let you know that the room will be open for you guys to join in, ask some questions, and also talk about your business. If you have a YouTube channel or you have your own business, come on and let us know what you have going on tonight, all right? This is a live recording, so do be mindful of what you say, but do be confident in what you deliver. We welcome you all. Tonight, we have Alexis Hines. Go ahead, Alexis. Tell them what you have going on.
Hi, everyone. First of all, I want to thank Nay and Brooklyn for hosting this wonderful event. It's so generous of them.
You're welcome.
So my name is Alexis Hines. I'm the owner of Alexis Hines Hypnosis. We are a hypnotherapy service, and we have various packages. I would like to share the screen to my website. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but either way.
You should be.
Okay.
You should be able to.
I don't see that option on mine. But either way, our motto is, without challenges, our lives would be boring. We offer hypnotherapy services that can help you reframe the way obstacles are viewed in your life. Instead of recoiling from hurdles, we teach you how to mount them. And how it works is we do the work in session by assisting you with reprogramming the old scripts in your subconscious mind. You do the work out of session by using the skills learned in therapy. So how many people, I can't see in the chat, but how many people know what hypnosis is exactly? Well, if you're not sure about what it is, I'm going to explain. I apologize, I can't see you in the chat. But what hypnosis is a natural state of relaxation where our brain waves move at a slower rate. Everyone goes through hypnosis at different times during the day. So if you've ever driven a car and become sleepy or calm, if you've ever ridden a train or a bus and began to feel calm, relaxed, or sleepy, if you've ever read a few pages from a book and zoned out, if you've ever gotten to work and didn't realize how you arrived there, if you have ever became deeply engrossed in a movie, a television show, or the news and forgot that you were at home or at a movie theater, if you've ever prayed and felt a sense of calm, comfort, and solace, or if you've ever played a sport and maybe you were completely in the zone of winning, then you were in the state of hypnosis. What hypnotherapy is the art of inducing the hypnotic state in a person in order to create behavior change, reframe and rescript a negatively charged point of view, or accomplish a goal. When relaxed, the subconscious mind becomes more accessible and will readily accept various suggestions. So as hypnotherapists, this is who and what we are. We are subconscious behaviorists, okay? We primarily deal with the subconscious mind. So if anyone knows anything about the mind, there are two parts. There's a conscious part and there's a subconscious part. And the conscious part only accounts for 12% of the mind's makeup. So the conscious mind is what we are using now. While I am speaking to you, while you are listening, you're in your conscious awareness. The other part of the mind, which is the subconscious, makes up 88% of the rest of the mind's makeup. So when people are trying to change a behavior or accomplish a goal, you can find that some people fail. And this is because they are only accessing the 12% of their mind. Hypnotherapy is the art of accessing the entire mind, especially the subconscious, because that's where the quote unquote change or magic begins. In fact, you can pretty much tell the subconscious anything and it will take it in literally and do it. Okay, so some of our services include, and in this section, we also have 145 ways that hypnotherapy can work for somebody. I do not specialize in all of the 145 ways, but the ways that I do, but the services that I do offer are located on my home screen. So I don't specialize in things like erectile dysfunction, but what I can help with are abandonment, various phobias, anger, assertiveness. We can help you assist with healing. We can help you assist with fertility issues. We do child hypnosis. Some children have issues with bedwetting. Some children have issues with night terrors and nightmares. That is something that we help with. We can help you enhance your career success. We can help you change habits. So you can visit my site and you can review all of the 145 ways that hypnotherapy in general can benefit a person. But in terms of the way that Alexis Hines Hypnosis is here to help, this is what we do. We help with smoking cessation, weight loss, pain management, improving interpersonal relationships. We help improve sleep problems. We help you improve your career or business success and optimize your financial success. We help with fertility issues. We help people and children improve executive functioning. We help to improve study habits and test scores, and this goes for adults and children. We also offer customized packages and group packages. So the additional services that are not listed above on our website are child hypnosis, like I mentioned. We do hypnosis for sports performance, for self-esteem and confidence, and stress management. And we also provide hypnosis for spiritual attunement and past life regression. So that was a mouthful. So if anyone has any questions, I welcome them now.
Yes, tune in. We see you all watching. You guys can put your comments below or join the room. The room is open now. Ask your questions. Alexis Hines is here. She's talking about hypnosis. She has her own website called alexishineshypnosis.com. Go on the website to learn more about what she has to offer. All her services are on there listed. Alexis, while we wait to see if anyone has any questions or if anyone pops in, do you have any scenarios you can share with us on a situation or how the hypnosis helps someone?
Absolutely. I had one person come in for fertility issues, and because the person was able to become so relaxed, they were able to be shown via their subconscious mind why they were not getting pregnant. So a lot of times when we relax, certain answers come to the forefront of our mind that would otherwise be buried. So that's an example. Another example is a person came to me, they were having problems with insomnia. They were having problems staying asleep all night. And also they wanted to get off of their prescription medication for insomnia. So we were able to get them completely off of their insomnia medication with their doctor's consent. For things like that, we need a doctor's consent. But we were able to do that for the person, and we were able to get the person to a place where they were able to sleep throughout the night. I've had other people come to me for study issues. So we were able to help some people who were studying for standardized exams. We were able to help them reduce their test anxiety and feel more calm and confident while taking their exams. And what they found was because they were calmer, they were able to retain more information. Yeah, so those are some of the ways.
Awesome. We have Cassandra here. Cassandra says she is very interested. She wants to know if you mentioned anything about grief.
Yes, grief is one of the ways that hypnosis can help someone. However, if your grief is related to a more severe form of depression or a severe form of anxiety, we do have to call in a psychotherapist. Okay, so if whomever comes in, we assess how their situation is. In some situations, some people have to be referred to a psychotherapist. In other situations, I, as the hypnotherapist, can work with the person alone. And in some situations, the psychotherapist and I and the client can all work together. So it really depends. But hypnotherapy can definitely work for grief.
All right. Brooklyn's here, and tonight she says, hey, y'all. Welcome you all. Thank you all for watching tonight. This is Mompreneur Marketing Monday through Zoom and Moms. I'm your founder, Nay. I'm also the host tonight. This is Mompreneur Marketing Monday, 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And this happens to be the last one. So jump in, pop in here and tell us about your business. Ask Alexa some questions. Get on in here. Don't just watch, join in. We're available and we're ready to learn about you, and you can get to know us too. Alexis, tell me a little bit more about your business. What services do you get? I want to say not sold out, but like majority of people are in that area. They're looking for hypnosis in that area.
People don't look for hypnosis in this particular area, but people benefit the most from the particular area that I'm going to mention. So we help people learn about a special model of romantic relationships. So for instance, have you ever wondered why you may experience an orgasm differently from your partner? Have you ever wondered why your sex drive might be different from your partner's? Have you ever wondered why your partner value career over the family?
Oh, have you ever... your video skipping on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're back.
Have you ever wondered why it is that your partner may want sex more often, or may nag you for sex more often, or may put sex at the forefront as opposed to career? Have you ever wondered why your partner may focus on family first rather than career? So these are all questions that this model can help people answer. This model really transcends the notion that males are the ones who require more sex and demand more sex. This model speaks to the fact that there are two categories of people. One category of person requires sex and intimacy to feel very connected in the relationship. The other category of person requires financial stability and career success in order to feel stable in their relationship. So many people, although they may not initially come for hypnotherapy to address this type of issue, they find it very useful once they begin learning about it.
All right. Brooklyn says, you're the first Afro hypnotherapist I've heard of. Congrats, sis. How does that feel?
It feels, well, you know what? I can't really take the credit. There are a few Black hypnotherapists out there. There are. But thank you, Brooklyn.
Okay. She also want to know, she said, is that called tantrum sex, where you don't physically touch but connect emotionally and spiritually? Sounds like I need your service. I don't know what LBVVS, but that's what it says. I'm excited to hear all these things.
I think we froze here. Can you guys hear me? I think we froze, or I froze.
You're back. Yeah. I need Brooke to just join the room. Come on in here. I asked this question that Alexa's on her own. The room is open. Join in. This is Mompreneur Marketing Monday with Nay, your host as well as the founder of Zoom and Moms. It's 8:47 p.m. We're here to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Come on, y'all. Join the room. Ask your questions live. This is a live recording, so it is available back on replay. But that's helpful for you because it will help increase your traffic and sales. So get on in here, guys. Go ahead, Alexis. Tell me more.
Unfortunately, I do not teach tantric sex. That's another category. Hi, Brooklyn. That's another category. I actually know somebody who is taking one of those modules, and I can ask them about it and give you the information. I do not offer tantric sex hypnotherapy.
Okay.
But I've heard about it and it sounds very interesting. What this what this model is basically a model that helps you understand your sexual personality as well as your partner's. What happens is because some people appear to be so different in their relationships, they really have a difficult time getting along. But this model trains you to understand that those differences are actually complementary. And if you both can learn to work together rather than apart, the differences can actually complement each other. So for instance, and this is something I didn't understand, and the model helped me to understand it. So I am the career-driven one in my relationship, and I wanted my husband to be that way too. He is not that way. And I didn't understand that I couldn't make him that way. And, you know, I did belittle him sometimes about the fact that I was very career driven and he wasn't. But then I learned about this model through going to hypnosis school. And what it says is that you have
you're
one
skipping
category.
on us.
Uh-oh, sorry. Can you guys hear me now?
Yep, I'm listening.
Okay, so what the model says is that there is one category of person that values career and financial stability above everything else. And then there's the other category of person who values intimacy, relationship, and family above everything else. So my category is a person that will work a lot, but our lives revolve and center around work. We'll plan vacations around work. We may not go to a vacation because of work. We may feel stressed because of work. We may bring that stress into our home because of work. That working can even determine how much we're able to have sex or not have sex. Working can even determine how we're able to relate to our children and so forth and so on. Work is at our center. My husband is not that type, and it's not because he's a man because I'm a woman. My husband is not that type. His time to him, he can cut work off. Work is at work. Once he leaves it, it's there. He is happy with being in the position he is in. He doesn't need to climb up any ladders. He doesn't need to earn more money. He doesn't need to go for more raises to validate himself. I need that. He doesn't need it. Okay. But unfortunately, I was trying to make him into me. And so this is what that model tells you not to do. We are complements to each other. You can't have both people working like crazy. You can't have two people who value money and career over the family. It's more of a balance if you have one person who is geared toward the family and the other who's geared toward financial success. So once you're able to use what you prioritize to work with the other person and how you would prioritize that thing to work the other person, it enhances your relationship. We don't do couples counseling, but we do give you access to tools that once you learn it in an individual session, you can then bring it home, provided that your partner is willing. You can then bring it home to work with them. The other thing is that these priorities and these behaviors are not in our conscious awareness. Most of it is in our subconscious. We only become aware of these sexual behaviors when we do the work to become aware of our patterns. So this is what this model teaches you. The other thing is that according to this model, we learn our sexual behavior from watching our parents. And everything that we are not aware of falls into our subconscious, and we behave in the way that they did towards each other. So watching our parents can even affect the way we experience orgasm. So with the two categories of people, one person experiences a milder form of an orgasm that is not as long lasting. They also have less of a need for sex. The other person experiences orgasm a lot more intensely. And when they experience orgasm, they have a tendency to want to keep on having sex. With the other category of person, will experience an orgasm and want to finish sex. And this has, according to this model, this has nothing to do with being male or female. It has to do with your behavior and what you learn from your parents. So that's a little sneak peek.
That's dope. Oh my God.
Yeah, I actually started crying because the model, I mean, and clearly this is a model. There are so many others. So this model may not work for everyone, but for me, it spoke to me. And, you know, they even categorize people down to the way they dress. And everything that I was reading was about me, and everything that I was reading was about my husband. There were certain things that I didn't understand, and, you know, the model really was helpful in explaining all of them.
Yeah, based on what you're explaining, like you and I, probably like 50 other women that's gonna watch this, we sound like the same person, where I gotta have the career. Like when I leave the house, I look like I'm somebody's administrator.
Right.
That's how I dress.
Yeah.
It's automatic. I don't like dressing down.
Right.
It's a way of doing things. My husband is the homebody, the family guy, the happy dad. And I really did like everything you were saying is like spot on. So so for me right now, for me, it's like God, like a Brooke, bam, right there in the face.
Yeah, that was the same thing with me. That was the same thing with me. And my husband was intrigued by the model. So now we both use it. And it's good for people like my husband, because they are a type, they feel neglected if they cannot be intimate with a person regularly. And they can become more aggressive or more needy when they don't have that consistent intimacy. So the model teaches that type of person how to deal. It's not that it's a lack of intimacy per se. Okay, but the model teaches the person how they're supposed to react to the intimacy. The model teaches that type of person how to chart their partner's behavior. Okay, so that when there is a time to have sex, they don't miss out on it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are charting your partner's behavior consistently, you don't have to let this is for the other type of person, not the people like us. For the other type of person, once they're charting our behavior consistently, they will know when to make advances and when not to. They will also feel more comfortable because they'll become aware that there is a cycle. So this person in a certain part of their cycle is not going to be romantically inclined, but give it a few days and then they can get there. So it's all about helping the partners understand each other.
Yeah, you have to read each other. Like, you have to know when is the right time. And, you know, I'm also a married mother, and I feel like I'm learning a lot about scheduling and how in these relationships, you know, you get to that point where you're scheduling it out, or you're too busy because you're into the children, and then you also have work.
Right.
So you're saying, you know, take that time to really get in tune with each other, like understand what each other's needs are, when they are, see those signs, but don't rush into it, right? Like, take the time to really get to know those signs. That's cool. Language it's all about the love language. We talked about this, like You have to know each other's love language.
Absolutely.
Well, we are still here. It is Mompreneur Marketing Mondays, 8:58 Eastern Time. I'm Nay, your host, as well as the founder of Zooming Moms. I have Alexis Hines here tonight talking about hypnosis, and we also have Brooklyn on here, and she's asking some good questions and being a support system. The room is open. Join in. Tell us about your business. Tell us about your YouTube channel. Tell us something that you have going on in life that you want others to know. We're here and we're ready to listen. What you all have going on? Brooklyn, anything new for you?
At the particular moment, I'm feeling very, very positive. And
Great.
I feel like that's because I'm taking the chance to go down a different career avenue, and just see how things work out. I got this last little bit of energy left in me to want to try and do something else, do something different. And I've been feeling good about the direction I'm going. So, yeah. Compared to working for Amazon and twisting my ankles 2 months ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Oh, yeah. Girl, I'm happy now. I'm not being chased by no dogs. I'm not out till midnight trying to deliver a package, so I'm cool.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
Yeah.
So, Alexis, tell us about your journey to hypnosis. I heard you say that you went to school for it. So, let's go to the beginning. How did you get there?
I'm still in school for it. With hypnosis, I don't really think school ends. How this is gonna be, I don't know if people are ready for that answer, but
Oh, then they may need to just log off, then, just stop the video. Because we're here to listen, we're here to learn. If
okay.
it's not for them, then they will hang up.
Okay. Well, I'm not really good at lying, so I'll give you the honest answer.
Well, it's up to you. You be comfortable. Remember, because it is a live recording, so you be confident in what you say, but do be mindful of what you say.
No problem. So I'm still a school psychologist, and I also work as a behavior specialist. So basically what that means is that I've had years of experience working with children, youth, and people with developmental disabilities. Within the past, I guess, 3 years, I have undergone a spiritual awakening. So in that process, I began to see the world literally differently. And so I was called to learn more about the spiritual tradition of my ancestors, or one of the spiritual traditions in my ancestry. And it was through learning about that tradition that I came in contact with the spiritual realm. In coming in contact with the spiritual realm, my ancestors, spirit guides, and the feminine aspect of God were the ones who directed me to go to hypnotherapy school. And they're also the ones who told me to have another baby. So that is why I'm there now, as a result of their instruction.
Are you saying you're currently pregnant now?
No,
Okay, you
I
had to.
had a baby 6 months ago.
Okay. I was about to say, well, still, that's still kind of fresh, so congratulations still.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm laughing at how many women I've come across in this group that have had a pandemic baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let the viewers know, where are you located? What state are you in, Alexis?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York, but all of my sessions are being done virtually.
All right. And Brooklyn over there in Wisconsin?
In the Midwest, yeah.
How is it in Wisconsin?
At where I'm at, it is peaceful, it is quiet, I don't have drama, and I don't hear bullets. Like, just compared to being, from Chicago, you get PTSD when you move out the hood. Everything Sometimes everything kind of tricky. So yeah,
Okay, so it's peaceful where you are.
yes, I can focus a whole lot.
Could Chicago be worse than Brooklyn? I'm wondering. I wonder who hasn't worked. I've been, as you know, working in the field, I've been into some very interesting neighborhoods. So I really would like to know, is Chicago anything compared to the mean streets of Brooklyn, New York?
It might be about the same, to be honest.
Chicago to Brooklyn. Sounds like a battle. Brooklyn in the house. Downtown in the house. Hey,
Oh man, if
what
you
the
are
viewers
tuning
think, I
in,
don't know. I'm from Boston, but Boston's little old Boston. We're nothing like Chicago and New York, I tell you that.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So
No, if we're talking about crime rates here, no, I'm
yes,
kidding.
yes. So Boston does not have a lot of crime rates.
Oh, no. Boston does. Boston has crime rates. I'm just saying, like, when you look at the statistics, they're saying,
the
like,
scale of
I
it.
think it really is, like, I think it's Chicago and then probably, like, New York's probably down there, like, Detroit's on there.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
like on the unfortunate side, I can tell you, like, I lost my cousin a month ago. He went missing after he got out of jail, and like on a red line on a train, somebody shot him with a double barrel gun. And they like stuffed him in like a crate vent underneath the tracks. And yeah, so that's how constant things are. I hear stories like this every week, if
Every
not every
week.
day. Yeah, I haven't watched the news since I moved out of Chicago. I refuse to watch the news. Like, I'll hear stuff, my family will call me, "Did you watch it?" No, I don't have an antenna. And that's intentional because I gotta keep my peace and my sanity.
I
So
definitely agree with that. But I'm very sorry to hear about your cousin.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to hear about the changes you're making for yourself.
And your family, yeah, like you put them in a better environment.
Yep, we can always travel.
Right.
That's cool. But okay, so you're saying that you are a therapist, psychotherapist first?
No. I'm a school
Okay.
psychologist. So a school psychologist isn't really. Okay, I don't even want to liken it to have you seen Dr. Umar?
Mm, I
I
heard
don't
of
think
him.
so,
Oh,
no.
you guys have not heard about Dr. Umar? Okay. Well, the school
No,
psychologist.
we gonna learn about them tonight, though. You tell us about them. Look
I
at us
like
being
to tell this
resourceful.
about him because
Promote this man.
he's controversial, so I'm not gonna promote him too much.
Oh, okay.
But when I first saw
Got
him,
you.
he was captivating. I was like, oh my God, I'm good. But he was a school psychologist turned into a clinical psychologist. So what a school psychologist is on a master's level is basically a person who works in the school. They work with children who have special needs. So through their testing, they work on getting kids with special needs services. If you're in the special ed system, unfortunately, you can't just get the services you need right away. You have to go through a series of testings, and then you have to be approved for the services you need. It's a whole long thing.
Yeah.
So that's what a school psychologist would take care of. In some schools, you could be responsible for counseling children. In some schools, they just want you to assess children. So a school psychologist on a master's level is not a psychotherapist. We're not allowed to
Would the
do
word be
counseling
analyzed?
outside of a school setting. We can only work with children and youth in a school, or in New York, we can work as a behavior specialist. So that means that we work in the group homes with people who have developmental disabilities. So we help them with behavior plans, and we can counsel them as well. But we have to work under an agency. We can't work independently.
But you can't work independently.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. I was just trying to see, like, not compare, but the difference between you and the lady I go talk to once a month.
The lady you speak to once a month is a psychotherapist, so she has a license to
Yeah,
work independently. She has experience in different counseling modalities. She has experience in mental health.
gotcha. That's cool.
It's just the levels of license, right? Because if you get the license, then you can do the same thing. Is that correct, Alexis?
Yes, yes, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like I have my master's in social work, and then they have the license in social work. It just goes up into different levels where you could work independently and,
Yes,
you know.
yes. And social work is a very, if I was smarter, I would have went for social work, but I kind of didn't, but social work is a really, really good thing to go for. You can be very independent in that field.
Yeah, it's very it's vague, it's open. There's
Yeah,
so many fields you can go into. Yes.
yeah. Social work is it. If I had to do things differently, I think I might have gone into social work.
But you're still doing awesome things. Let's not forget that Ms. Brooks said you are the first Afro hypnotherapist I've heard of.
Yeah.
Congrats, sis.
Thank
How does
you.
that
Thank
feel?
you. Well,
Yeah.
our people have been into hypnotherapy for a long time. So people who, the priests and priestesses, the spiritual workers,
You're right
that's
about
what
that.
they're doing. They're all using the hypnotic state to help make changes in themselves and other people. That's what they're doing.
So
That's
tell us about your services. Like, what does it look like if someone is interested? Is it a 6-week session, 2-day session? What does it look like?
Okay, so for certain situations, we offer a package, and for certain situations, those are standalone sessions. So for weight loss, tinnitus, and I think there was one more. Let me look. Oh, and smoking cessation, those are packages. For weight loss and smoking cessation, we ask that the person commit for 6 weeks. So that's basically a 50-minute session once a week for 6 weeks consistently. For tinnitus, somebody experiencing that type of problem would not be able to experience any relief in under a 10-week period. So we ask that people coming for work on their tinnitus commit to a 10-week package, and that's a 50-minute session once a week for 10 weeks, which is really, 2.5 months. Which is really no time for, a problem that has gone on for a very long time. The other thing is pain management. That's another one that is a package. We ask that the person coming in for pain management commit to a 6-week package, and this is to heighten their chances of getting the success that they want. A lot of times, people may come in for a session or two, but that, hypnosis is although it's powerful, it's not like a magic pill. And it requires work, it requires learning, and there will be things that people have to do on their own when they get home. So this is why, for certain things, we need to have a more extended time together. And then there are other things that you can do in one session.
Okay. Why 50 minutes and not 60 minutes? I'm out of curiosity. What are you guys doing with the other 10 minutes?
It's just
Like, why not just an hour?
That's a good question. Well, where I was trained, that is the time frame that they recommended. So I just stick with how I was trained. And they recommended a 50-minute session. The other thing is, too, when you're under hypnosis and when you come out of it, remember, well, not remember, because maybe you didn't know, but you're suggestible. So you're at a point in your mind where your mind is expanded and more willing to take in suggestions. That 10-minute period is for you to recoup and come back into a conscious frame of mind where you're not going to be susceptible to suggestions. We want you to take in the suggestions that you agree to, not the suggestions that you didn't agree to. So that 10-minute period helps you to recoup and come back into a frame of mind where you're not going to be at anyone's whim.
Okay.
The other thing
I like how you tie that in there. So I
Mhm.
still get my 10 minutes, so I'm really paying for an hour. I like it. You put it in there. I like it. Yes.
The other thing with hypnotherapy is that the person coming in is completely in control. You're 100% in control of how you want the session to be, of the suggestions you want to hear, of what you want to work on. You know, I'm just there to provide guidance. And the other thing about hypnosis is that once you are aware of what's going on, nobody can make you do anything you don't want to do. You know, nobody has any keys to your mind. You are in control. And hypnotherapy is a self-help tool. So we are hoping to inspire independence in people once they come for sessions. So what I'm doing, I pass on, and the person should acquire the tools and be able to use them on their own.
Now, have you had anyone relapse, like they needed to come back because they had the tools but wasn't able to be consistent with it, so they need you to re-help them?
Well, since I'm new to this field, to be honest, I haven't been.
Oh, your video skipping again.
We'll see if that does happen. What happens more likely is that people, because they are relaxing and, you know, it's a time for introspection, they discover other things that they may want to work on. So it's not necessarily that they relapse with a problem. They realize other aspects of their lives that they could improve. And so they tend to want to work on those aspects.
Now, has this ever been done in a group setting?
Absolutely.
Or is it, okay, tell me more about that.
Well, in a group setting, hypnosis can be done, but it's not going to be as personalized. But group hypnosis definitely is a good tool. It's good financially, because then you get to split the cost amongst families and your family and friends. So that's good.
Mm-hmm. And you said you do this virtually right now too?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Here is the catch.
Okay.
For hypnosis to really work, there's two types of people. No, actually three. There's people that take suggestions in a literal way. There's people who take suggestions in through a story. And there's people who take suggestions in through both means. In a group situation, we cannot personalize the hypnosis session to one group of people. It has to be for everyone. So that personalized touch will not be there in a group hypnosis session. Now, when you are having your own personal session, we tailor everything to you. The music you like, the nature scenes you like, your beliefs, your philosophies, but most importantly, how you take in information. That is very tailored to you. But group hypnosis is very useful as well. And like I said, it's financially beneficial.
Okay. Sounds good. But I'm also visualizing that one Debbie Downer that's like, oh no, like you just interrupted my whole thought, my train of thought, because you just burst out in the middle of the group.
I was on mute.
I'm thinking about back in the day when you just like in person and you get that one person, you're in like an orientation and you get that one person that's just like, oh, this is not working. Like, do the activity. Gosh.
That can happen. that can.
But that sounds very interesting in today's world where we're virtual, and if it's something that people might feel like a little scared or nervous, try it out in a group setting first. Here you have Alexis here offering you some services online, and like she said, you could split the cost. Hey sis, let's try this out together, and then later on you can have your individual sessions and work on you.
That's a great plan. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Go ahead, Brooklyn. You had something you was going to say.
No, I remember seeing, and you see people doing this for entertainment, like at Vegas shows. They'll line 20 people up on stage and have 5 of them fall in love with the same person. Just
that's not what I do. That's a different type of hypnosis. That's called stage hypnosis, and it's very different. That's not hypnotherapy. So what they're performing the stage hypnosis. The stage hypnotists.
Yeah.
They are performing. That's a performance act. And really what they're doing, here's the secret. There's people with different types of suggestibility. So remember those people that I mentioned who take suggestions in through a story or direct and literally? Those are the easiest people to hypnotize. And what a stage hypnotist is doing is they're zeroing in on those types of people. And those are the types of people who come up on stage.
Okay.
That they call up to come up on stage so that the presentation looks.
I remember America's Got Talent with Howie Mandel. He doesn't shake hands. But a hypnotist came on and convinced him he had on a glove, and he shook everybody's hand with his naked hand. And he wasn't too thrilled with that after he found out. So he went to another hypnotherapist after the show to try and fix himself or make sure he was straight.
Which you can do. You can do, yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely can't do that. That's funny.
I just find it interesting. Like, he wouldn't normally, under any other circumstance, shake someone's hand, but the hypnotherapist had him think, oh, you have on a thin glove. This is going to protect you from germs. And he shook everybody's hand anyway. So I thought that was interesting. But like you said, you aren't doing anything that the person doesn't want done. So you would tell them something that would get them out of their comfort zone or something like that.
Yeah, we agree on what's going to be stated. I don't just take it upon myself to suggest something. It's an agreed upon goal that we're working towards, But yeah, that's stage hypnotism. It's for show, and it's funny. And Howie Mandel is one of those people who's easy to hypnotize, from what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't want you to test it on me, but I just wonder, like, how susceptible would I be? I
can give you the assessment so you can see. I can give you, after the camera's off, I can tell you of the site to go to assess yourself.
Oh, great.
And I'll tell you what the levels are.
I'd be happy to do that. That's cool. I'm very interested. I'm glad, like, you came into my whole realm of existence.
Well, I'm so happy to you and Nay for hosting this type of infomercial. It's a lot of fun. It's very generous, and you two are very dedicated to host it every week. So I'm grateful to you guys. This is a privilege for me because I'm very shy, so I would have never initiated anything like this on my own. So I'm glad.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that it could be beneficial to you as well. So you're welcome. Thank you, and you're welcome. We're taking a break now. I need to do some self-care for myself, but we will be back. So this is the last Mompreneur Marketing Monday. It's 9:22 p.m. Eastern time. We have 8 minutes remaining. You guys can still pop in, ask Alexis Hines some questions, ask Brooklyn some questions, or ask me, Nay, some questions before we end for the night and end for a while. We're taking an intermission, so you don't want to miss out. Join us. 8 minutes remaining. 8 minutes can go a long way. The room is open. While we wait in these last 8 minutes, is there anything else you guys want to discuss?
Be cautious asking me a question. I will answer honestly with this live. I'm not a terrible person. I've not found a reason to be dishonest with people. I'm past the point of telling white lies. So
I agree. It's just not in my makeup. I'm not a good liar.
yeah. Oh man. If you could pick another job, just one for fun, one that you may or may not be qualified for, what would it be?
I think I would probably marriage and family therapy sounds good. Sounds like fun. Clinical psychology sounds like fun. Or I'd be a shaman. That sounds
I got an email. Somebody called me a shaman. Tell me more about that. What's a shaman?
you could be a shaman. A shaman is basically it's a shaman. Well, a shaman could be what you would call a traditional healer. So they are basically somebody that has spiritual gifts, although we all have spiritual gifts, but they undergo a special training from the spirit realm to help them to have access to healing tools. So they can basically heal people in the spirit realm, and they can bring that healing from the spirit realm into the physical realm. I know I was watching one episode of Vice where the episode was called Shaman of Mexico. And what one shaman claimed is that he could heal anybody from cancer up till stage 3.
Mm.
He said stage 3 and past that, that's it. He cannot help. But, if it's an early stage of cancer, he can help heal with that. So basically, and I was watching this other episode of called I think the spiritual arts. It's a YouTube channel where they interview all kinds of spiritual practitioners. So that was one person they had on who was a shaman. And I guess she had to undergo an initiation to where she was able to connect with the spirits that are with her. She had like an animal spirit and another spirit, and through the initiation she was able to connect with them, and those were the spirits who come out to help heal other people. And she explained the same thing pretty much, and she said she didn't know how it worked until she actually became a shaman.
Yeah, I don't think of me by shaman, but
you never
thank you.
know. Maybe
I don't know. I thank the person. I thank them.
Yeah,
that's speaking highly of me. I feel like, to call me a shaman, you're speaking highly of me, and I appreciate it.
yeah,
I guess I got to believe in myself a little more.
Absolutely, because a lot of people in mental health are spiritual people. They just may not be aware of it. But that's why you get called into mental health, because you're a healer. It's not by accident.
Okay. All right now.
That's cool. You want to know what I just figured out? How to turn on my camera and turn it off. We were having an issue with this on Friday.
Oh.
And it just popped up on my phone. So
we see you. You here.
Yeah, and I was having an issue with my phone and the camera.
That's why the laptops are good. Stay on the laptops.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right, last 3 minutes remaining. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, I guess my job, if I could just do something for fun and possibly like magically get the skill sets out of nowhere, I would probably drunk fly an airplane.
Oh, wow.
Like that's
Drunk
it.
fly. So you saying you would get drunk and then fly the airplane?
Just sip while flying. That's all.
That's very brave. That is,
What is your thrill behind that? Like, why do you want to do that so much? What's the outcome?
So one thing being in the air and not being on the ground, not being, flight, not being constricted or held down by anything. The other thing is like, if the plane is taking care of itself up in the wind and the clouds, then I should have the freedom to like relax.
right.
I don't know.
She says she wants to be on cloud nine. She want to be on cloud nine.
That's cute.
Yes.
So,
What is the question again? Ask the question one last time.
If you could choose any job for fun, whether you're qualified or not, what would it be?
Okay. I think I'm going to say, so I went to school and got my bachelor's and master's degree in social work. So basically that's what I do, social work, social services, giving back to others. If I wasn't doing that, I think I would do acting. I would be an actress somewhere out in Hollywood. I'll be on a show or doing movies. That's what I want to do. And I will push myself because, again, if you don't know, I have multiple sclerosis and scleroderma and asthma. So if I can become an actress with multiple sclerosis, I'll be so proud of myself because it's hard to remember things, like it's all in the brain. And so there probably are actors and actresses out there who have this, and I need to get to know them so they can inspire me, because that's one of the biggest things. It's like trying to remember things and then having the strength to keep going. But that's what it would be. It would definitely be like an actress. If I can do that, that's what I would do.
that's beautiful. Cool. So we have one pilot and one actress. That's beautiful.
And one shaman.
And one shaman. All of us are floating and flying high.
Yes, so I thank you all for joining in tonight. This was our last Mompreneur Marketing Monday, but we will be back, so definitely stay tuned. If you're watching this on replay, #replay. Alexis Hines, I thank you again for coming on tonight. This was very educational. If you haven't seen the whole episode, you need to go back, watch it from the beginning, and then also go to alexishines.com and learn more about hypnosis. Tonight was a good night. Again, I thank you all for joining, and I'll see you all next time. I'm on my way to Martha's Vineyard, going on vacation.
Lucky lady. Thank you both. This was an honor and a privilege. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you.
Have a good night. Nice meeting you.